Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So even though K-pop stans are constantly referring to Mnet as a snake, I think it's safe to say that the Mnet Asian Music Awards are some of the biggest and most talked about K-pop award shows out there. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing my thoughts on the winners of the 2020 Mnet Awards, which took place on December 6th. As well as sharing with you guys who I personally voted for each category, and then at the end I'll be giving my overall thoughts on the nominees, and I'll also talk about some of the performances that stood out to me. But before I begin, I have to add a disclaimer. I have respect for all of the artists that were nominated, and everything that I say in this video is just my opinion. Just because my votes may differ to the actual winners does not mean that I believe the real winners did not deserve the awards. I'm not out here trying to discredit anyone. Also, please don't come at me for being quote-unquote biased, because arguably everyone who voted for these awards was biased in some way or another. Like, everyone is influenced by their own opinions, music taste, and like their attachment to certain groups. So please don't act like I'm the only one who's biased. Also, I'm only going to be discussing the awards that I actually voted for and are familiar with, because some I wasn't sure about, and also some you can't vote for. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So my vote for Artist of the Year went to Blackpink, and that is because I just think that 2020 has been a great year for Blackpink. They've released more songs this year than they have in the past 3 years. They collaborated with some huge names, they broke loads of records, and I just feel like this year has been a super successful one for them. But the winner was BTS, and I have to say I'm not surprised, nor am I upset that they won this. BTS have had so many amazing achievements this year. They've been dominating, and I've really enjoyed everything they've released this year. BTS are just genuinely such hard workers, so yeah, they definitely did deserve this award. Even though my vote went to Blackpink, I do not believe that BTS is undeserving of this award in the slightest.
Me feeling like a psycho. 우리 보고 말해 자꾸. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So we bring the fire, set the night.
My vote for Song of the Year went to Psycho. It is just such a genuinely good song. Like, I can't describe how good it is. I've been obsessed with it ever since it came out, and it still slaps just as hard as when I first heard it. The whole vibe is very like dark and elegant and emotive, and the vocals, the instrumental, everything is just on point. I just love Psycho so much. It's definitely my favorite Red Velvet song ever released. But this award did go to Dynamite by BTS. Once again, I'm not complaining. This song was huge. It had a massive impact. So honestly, it is Song of the Year material, whether you agree or you don't. It just has such a great like feel-good vibe to it, and you can bet that I have a mini house party in my room whenever I get that one Samsung advert with this song in the background.
'Cause I'm in the stars tonight.
So my vote for the female Rookie of the Year was Natty. I remember watching her compete in 16, the survival show that formed twice, and I was actually really excited when I heard that she was going to debut. I'm really happy for her, and I've enjoyed both of her releases this year. I'd say I like 19 a little bit more than Teddy Bear, but I still really like Teddy Bear. The actual winner for this category was Weekly, and I'm not complaining at all. This was honestly the result that I was expecting, the result that I had predicted in my head. I don't personally love Tag Me, but I do like the chorus a lot, and it was very refreshing to see a group debuting with a bright sort of cutesy concept, since it feels like most K-pop groups, especially female K-pop groups nowadays, are debuting with like a teen crush concept. And that's not to say I have anything against Teen Crush. I love loads of Teen Crush songs. Like ITZY's debut was great and everything, but it was definitely nice to see something a bit more unique, I suppose.
I just wanna be your boy.
This is probably the result that I'm most happy with out of all of them. As soon as I watched the music video for Boy for the first time, I think I watched it like the day after it came out or something, I knew I had to stan this group, and I did, and within a few weeks of their debut, Treasure became one of my ults. They're just such a strong group in so many categories. I've said this before, but I really don't think they have any weaknesses. Bang Yedam, best 4th gen vocalist, I don't even care. I Love You is one of, if not my favourite 2020 K-pop release. I love it so much. So yeah, I was really happy with the result of them winning Male Rookie of the Year. So yeah, stan Treasure for clear skin. Thank you. So I am definitely happy with this result, even though I voted for Twice and not Blackpink. I was actually really torn between Blackpink and Twice when I was voting, because they're both like my alt girl groups. Like, I do not have one favourite girl group, I have two, and it's them, and I cannot choose between them. I voted for Twice since I'd already voted for Blackpink as Artist of the Year, and also because I just love the music that Twice released this year. I'm absolutely obsessed with I Can't Stop Me. It's a bit of a problem, but anyway, I was really glad to see Blackpink actually getting awards this year. They've been robbed before because, what can I say? Mnet are snakes, we've been new, but they finally got what they deserve, and Blinks love to see it. Do I need to explain myself? I don't think so. BTS were absolutely sweeping the awards this year. Are we surprised? No. BTS never loses, ARMYs never lose. It's one of the laws of nature. Moving on.
Say more and more. 멈추지 못해 more. I can do this all day. Back it up, yeah. 서둘러 hit that line. 시간 아까워.
I'll be honest, I didn't really understand what this award was meant to be. I think it's just meant to be like a global favourite or something. And I voted for Twice because they're Twice and we stan. There was a good selection of winners for this category. I was pleasantly surprised to see Treasure on this list, as well as Mamamoo. One group that I really wish would have made it onto the list would be Red Velvet. I know that they haven't been that active this year, but as I said, Psycho is an amazing song, and it was kind of sad that they didn't get any awards, like, at all.
보랏빛
So I voted for Sunmi because she is my favourite soloist in general, and also because I really enjoyed 보랏빛 밤. It is such a nostalgic, magical sounding song. I don't really know how to describe it. And Sunmi is just iconic in general, but the winner of this award was IU, and I actually like IU and her releases this year, so I'm not going to complain. 8 is such a beautiful song. I'll talk about that more a bit later. But then we also have Blooming, which is also such a fun song that I love. I love how the guitar chords almost like explode in the chorus. So yeah, I'm not discontent with this award whatsoever. So for this category, I voted for ITZY's Wannabe for the simple reason of Ryujin's shoulder dance. It's iconic, one of the most memorable dances of 2020 in my opinion, and overall dance is definitely ITZY's biggest strength. They really know how to put on a good dance performance. The winner was Blackpink with How You Like That, and once again, it was great to see Mnet finally giving them awards. Blackpink actually have really good stage presence, which is something that I don't see them getting credited for enough. And they definitely pull off the choreography for How You Like That really well. But overall, as a choreography, like, I feel like How You Like That choreography was not really the highlight of that era. And I still kind of like Wannabe more as a choreography. I'm not saying Blackpink don't deserve it, but for me, choosing ITZY's Wannabe as the winner for this category was a no-brainer. So I was kind of sad to see them not get it, especially since they weren't nominated for any other categories. But nonetheless, big congratulations to Blackpink. I chose Can't You See Me for this category. I personally love the choreography to this. There are so many interesting formations. Despite not having like loads of members, like with 5 members, they still managed to make it really interesting. And the moves in this choreography just felt very like clean and sharp. However, the winners were in fact BTS once again with Dynamite. And I don't have a problem with this. The choreography to Dynamite is very fun and matches the vibe of the song really well. So yeah, once again, congratulations to BTS. So I voted for Mamamoo for this category for pretty obvious reasons. It is no secret that Mamamoo is a super vocally strong group. Ween in particular is one of my favorite vocalists in K-pop. I really love her voice. Even though Hip isn't necessarily a vocally centered song, I still wanted to choose Mamamoo for this because they honestly deserve a lot of recognition when it comes to their vocals, and I mean, they get a lot of recognition and I'm glad. This category was an easy one for me. 8 is just such a genuinely beautiful song. Listening to it makes me feel kind of sad, honestly, but also hopeful. It sounds like modern pop music, but also makes me feel very nostalgic. As a collaboration, it was just perfect. Yoongi's rap part fit right into the song, and his producing blended with IU's sweet vocals so amazingly. And I really just can't imagine voting for anything else for this category, really. So now I'm just going to be giving my overall thoughts on the nominees and the results of this award show. So on my community tab, I asked you guys to leave your thoughts, and a lot of people were pointing out the lack of girl groups and female representation in the award show, and I kind of agree. loads of girl groups were robbed. ITZY deserved way more nominations than they got. Like, they only got one. Everglow, G-Idol and Luna got no nominations, so I think they deserved better. And I was also sad to see that Red Velvet didn't win anything, even though Psycho was such a good song. But it wasn't just girl groups that were robbed. I have to talk about Stray Kids. Oh my god, they released the most iconic song of 2020. Like, it might not be like my favorite song, but it's definitely the most iconic song that I've heard from 2020. Like, I swear, when I wake up at like 3 a.m, the words "cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin" will be running through my mind over and over in an endless loop. I will go into the kitchen and put a piece of toast in the toaster, and I will just think, "Cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin." Like, the impact that that line has. But Stray Kids got nothing. Nothing. Not even one nomination. If that is not a crime against humanity, I don't know what is. But they did kill their performance, which brings me to the next thing that I will be talking about. So I loved the performances this year. Even though there wasn't a live audience, the groups gave so much energy and the stages were just amazing. As I said, I loved Stray Kids' performance. It just felt so powerful. Like, it low-key scared me, but I loved it. Everything was on point. The gladiator theme they were going for was so cool. Also, like, Hyunjin's like dance thing he did with the swords, I don't know what that was, but it was amazing. Also, I mentioned Twice's performance on my community tab. The stage that they were performing on was so beautiful and ethereal. I loved the styling of this performance, the floor choreography, and like the bird's eye view at the start, amazing. But the highlight of their performance was definitely their new song, Cry For Me. I'll admit, I'm still not like 100% in love with the song, like a lot of Onces are, but I still think it is a very interesting style and it's very different to anything that Twice has ever put out. Even though she wasn't performing, I feel like if this was a Twice title track, it would definitely be Junghyun's era. There are actually loads of performances that I loved, but I wanted to mention one last one, and that was In Hypen's performance. And first of all, in my K-pop favorites, like me versus my subscribers video, I accidentally wrote In Hypen's name as Enhypen, which I'm sorry about, but at the same time, I swear their name had an H in it at some point. Like, this is some like Mandela effect type stuff. I swear there was an H in there and we just like transferred to a parallel universe or something where there was no H, but I swear to God they were called In Hypen at some point, I swear. But anyways, I was honestly shocked by their performance, mainly because like, how are they rookies? Like, their stage presence was like incredible, like, and the fact that they're rookies, like, how? And whoever it was doing that like voice over thing at the start of the performance, get him a voice acting role. I could talk about way more performances, but I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long, so I'm ending it here. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Feel free to leave your thoughts on Mama 2020 down below, your votes, your favorite performances, etc. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.